shopping trolleys, no matter where you are in the country, we all see them, from time to time down a gully or in a creek or just abandoned on a lawn somewhere, unsightly, and not to mention, you think, come on, why are people taking trolleys? Well, Christchurch councillors are fed up with it. They're being dumped in footpaths and rivers all over the city. They say it's not just an eyesore, but it's costing businesses a big time. More than 6,300 abandoned trolleys were reported in the past year, with Woolworths and foodstuff supermarkets responsible for the majority. Trolleys cost anywhere between 300 to 700. Have you even thought about the cost of them? And Woolworths alone spends over, they say, $1.5 million a year retrieving them. While most people do return them, a small but annoying number end up dumped, despite efforts by supermarket staff and others to report them using the Snap Send Solve app. Now, city councillors will explore tougher rules, including adding a clause to the city's waste bylaw, or work in a joint plan with Retail New Zealand to stop trolleys from heading off the property in the first place. To discuss what those rules could look like, joining me now is Retail New Zealand's advocacy manager, Anne-Marie Johnson. Anne-Marie, good afternoon.
Kia ora.
Anne-Marie, what's your take on Christchurch City Council considering bylaws, or bylaw changes, sorry? Is that the right direction or too heavy-handed?
Well, my understanding is that there is a couple of options going to the council tomorrow, and one of them is certainly for a more regulatory approach, whether that would be through changing bylaws or something like that. The other option that they're putting forward is to work with ourselves and the retailers down there to come up with a memorandum of understanding, which essentially would mean that we set up a forum and we get together regularly to review what's happening, how serious the problem is, how widespread, what strategies people are using, what's being successful and what's not. And certainly we think that sounds like a good first step in addressing this problem.
Because, I mean, some councillors, the way I see it, they're kind of split. Some councillors say that dumping of trolleys should be treated like theft, while another says that for some, there's no way to get their groceries home. So clearly the council's not on the same page here. But like you said, a memorandum of understanding could be in there, but a regulation might be needed if the councillors don't seem to even agree on what the use is of these trolleys.
Yeah, that is correct. I think the fundamental problem here really is that, like you say, people feel entitled to take the trolleys with them after they've done their shopping. The retailers provide the trolleys for the convenience of customers while they're on the premises, but not necessarily for helping them to get their groceries or their items home with them. And so, people need to take responsibilities and think about if they can't get their groceries home, they need to think about how they can do that. And, we've seen plenty of people with the little old trolleys on two wheels that they can bring with them to do their shopping. That's definitely an option. But, it is a serious cost to retailers to have these trolleys going walkabout.
A lot of, I didn't realise too how much some of them cost. Auckland has rules requiring businesses to label trolleys, collect them quickly, and even cover council costs if they don't. Would Retail New Zealand support a similar approach nationwide, like Auckland's doing?
Well, interestingly, we had Retail NZ had a accord with Auckland Council about 10 years ago, which was looking at this problem. And although that was before my time with Retail NZ, it seems to have been quite successful, and it's a very similar approach to what they're proposing in Christchurch, is just to get everybody together, talking regularly and seeing what can be done collectively to address the issue. It does seem to be a particular problem in Christchurch. We're not hearing of similar issues. I mean, obviously we all see trolleys around, but other councils have not been in touch with us at this point to talk about trolleys.
Do you know what sorts of prevention tools the supermarkets are already using? I've heard something about coin locks or wheel locks, but I thought we kind of already had wheel locks on them. I'm not sure. Do you know?
Yeah, so there are some options in technology, but none of them are particularly foolproof or
Mm.
customer friendly. So yeah, there is an option for a coin lock type of system where you pop a coin in the slot to release the trolley while you're using it, and then you get your coin back at the when you finish your shopping. But I haven't tried this myself, but I understand that it is possible to stick some other type of disc
Oh, yeah.
or the
Yeah.
top of a key and release the trolley for free.
Yeah.
And then there is an option of some type of magnetic strip that prevents the trolley from leaving the premises.